Gamers, can I get an amen? Remember, you can say amen or amen. We also say it like you, so that's up to you. Amen or amen. Say it with me. Now, how about a hallelujah, people? Yeah! Let's go. It's time for liftoff. Come on.
9, 8, 7,
6. Countdown with me.
4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. Liftoff. Liftoff. 30 minutes after the hour.
Get ready. Hold on to your hats. Strap on your seatbelt. Fasten your seatbelts. Hold on to your hats. Get ready for the ride of your life. The show with no name time. On Vaughn Radio. It's a show with no name. Let's go. Come on.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Welcome, welcome one, welcome all. It is time for another edition of The Show with No Name. And today's the day, folks. If you're listening to this live right now, Kyle Miller is hosting the Vaughn Radio Trivia Night. It's November 6th, 2024. Get there around 8 p.m. and you'll have tons of fun with Kyle and the rest of the Vaughn crew. We look forward to seeing you. We're going to have one more in December, and that'll be the last one since it's a monthly thing. So this is the second to last. También se puede decir penultimate, pero es más común decir second to last. At least in my area, in mi zona. The second to last, the penultimate trivia night of 2024. Wow, what a year. Man, it got off to a rocky start. Empezó, right? You know, inflation, wars, the stuff I don't want to talk about. The stuff we try and avoid here on the Show with No Name. Why? Because you get enough of that on the news. Vamos. We get enough death and destruction on the news. We come here for a little peace. And I'll quote one of my favorite lines. The opposite of war isn't peace. You know what it is? It's creation. That's right. The opposite of war isn't peace. It's creation, ladies and gentlemen. That comes from a musical called Rent. Really good musical. And I saw the original cast on Broadway, baby.
¿Te gustaría abrir puertas a nuevas oportunidades y estar listo para cualquier desafío? Con el máster de inglés del Grupo Vaughan podrás transformar tu futuro. Este programa intensivo te ayudará a dominar el inglés profesional, perfeccionar tu comunicación y ganar la confianza que necesitas para conseguir tus objetivos. Nuestros profesores Vaughan especializados te prepararán para afrontar en inglés todas las situaciones de comunicación en un entorno profesional. No dejes que el inglés sea una barrera. Invierte en tu futuro con el máster de inglés profesional del Grupo Vaughan. Llámanos al 91-133-5833 o entra en grupovaughan.com.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's our master's program. And remember, you can do the masters on the weekends. You can do them in the evening. Or if you've got some spare time, you can do the full-time masters. Either way, if you want more information, all you have to do is go to grupovaughn.com/cursos destacados. If you're looking for materials, well, you know where to go. It's vaughntienda.com. And let's see what we're going to look at from vaughntienda.com in our pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Yeah. Let's go. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. All right, my amigos. Let's take a look at today's pop quiz. Today, we're going to be looking at something from the future perfect. Doesn't that sound like an awesome tense? The future perfect. It sounds like, we don't have to change anything. It's perfect. Okay, all right. Ha, 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 ha. All right. So it's when we talk about something at a future date. So I will have gone on a cruise by this time next year. Okay, I will have. It's a difficult structure, and the good news, we don't use it too often, but it's really good to know it. So let's listen to this. This is an audio excerpt from Gramática Fácil en Inglés. It's available at the Von Tienda. And as you guys know, right now at the Von Tienda, we've got a special deal going on, a great special deal going on. And if you're interested in our course, our online course, now's the moment. And it was funny because yesterday on Instagram, it was kind of funny. What's his name? I'll say Manuel. Was it Manuel? I don't remember now. Maybe it was Alfonso. All right. Angel, I think. No. Well, it doesn't matter. Basically, somebody said, Alberto, I'm looking to pick something up right now at the Von Tienda. A little refresher course. Algo para refrescar, para darle un poco de brillo al inglés to, make it sound good again because, he hadn't really practiced. And I told him, I said, well, it's a perfect time to be looking for a material right now because you can get the Von online course for 30 euros. 30 euros for the entire year. That is till November 11th. Till November 11th. And hopefully you guys will take advantage of this offer. There are 3 levels because a lot of people are asking me why there are 3 levels. And, well, the good news is because even the high levels need to. The highest levels, you want me to be honest with you here? Sometimes the highest levels, the superstars, are the ones who could use a refresher course. Because I get it. You're so concentrated on enriching your vocabulary, bringing in more phrasal verbs, idiomatic expressions, and all that jazz that you kind of forget the basics, right? You kind of overlook them. Guess to overlook. No las ves, no las pillas. You overlook them, los pasas por alto. Not the same as oversee. To overlook versus to oversee. If you overlook something, you missed it. If you oversee something, you supervise it. And remember, it conjugates the same way as see. So he oversees the project every year. Last year, dilo tú. Last year, he oversaw the project. And lately, he's overseen. Did you get it right? All right. Well, if you know see, saw, seen, then you know. Y lo mismo con foresee, prever. Every day, I foresee changes. Yesterday, tú, te toca. Yesterday, I foresaw changes. And lately, dilo tú, I've foreseen changes. All right, well, let's look at the future perfect. This is from Gramática Fácil, available at Von Tienda.
Day 54. the future perfect. Listening challenge. 1. I arrived in Spain on January 23rd. 2. My sister will finish her studies this year, and I'll finish high school next year. 3. Our house will be renovated by the end of this year. 4. She started studying Spanish a week ago, and she's going to Argentina next month. 5. When you're as old as me, everything will be different.
Day 50. Pasa tiempo. What else do you need? Is there anywhere else we can go? I keep forgetting to call my dentist. I don't mind going to the theatre alone. They've finished renovating the building. I'm really sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. This isn't your job, so let someone else do it. We stopped to buy some groceries on our way home. I'm not planning to leave the house unless it stops raining. He refuses to come with me, so I decided to go with a friend. My parents are happy as long as I call them from time to time. She used to be a dancer, and she misses participating in the competitions. I'll take my leave provided that there isn't anything else you have to tell me. You shouldn't call your supervisor on the weekend unless there's a good reason. The construction will go ahead provided that the authorities give the green light. We can't give you your money back unless there's been a mistake with your order. We regret to inform you that your document is invalid unless it's signed by all parties. The tour guide recommended staying away from that neighborhood, especially at night. I regret going on vacation with him because he doesn't stop complaining about everything.
¿Conoces Weekend Town? La nueva iniciativa de Vaughan.
Pues no.
Es un fin de semana de inmersión en inglés. Y es nuevísimo.
A ver, cuéntame más.
Tendrás una inmersión lingüística total durante 2 días. Un total de 24 horas hablando con angloparlantes de todo el mundo.
¡Wow! ¡Qué interesante!
Ganarás confianza y soltura a la hora de comunicarte en inglés. Mejorarás tu comprensión auditiva y tus habilidades conversacionales en una situación de comunicación real en inglés. Ven a Weekend Town y te sorprenderás con todo lo que puede avanzar tu inglés en un fin de semana. Weekend Town de Vaughan. Un fin de semana de inmersión en inglés.
More information about Weekend Town over at grupovon.com. All right, the future perfect tense. Well, folks, did you recognize that voice over there? That was my good friend, Richard Brown. Yes, Mr. Richard Brown. What an amazing dude. He created many of the materials that are still being used today, are online. In fact, the online course was created by Richard Brown and his team, and that's Jimena Holiday, who you can listen to every day. That's right, you can listen to Jimena Holiday daily on her show. It's called Test Your English, and it's right after this show. You can tune into it every day. I highly recommend it. She is an amazing person, and I really believe that she does. You know, I think all of us, not just Jimena, all of us put our heart and soul into what we do. We really care about what we do, and I think that's evident, my amigos. All right, also, if you're going to participate in the birthday greeting, I've gotten a lot of greetings so far, so thank you. Thank you to all of you who sent me birthday greetings. I really appreciate it. You guys are stellar. You have until this Friday, that's November 8th, if you'd like to participate. If not, no worries. Don't feel obligated. Just think of it as another question of the week. All right, my amigos. Well, the future perfect tense. So I will have worked at Vaughan for 20 years by no puede ser en el pasado, tiene que ser el futuro. 2024. I will have worked. The question, will you have worked? Again, it's not a very common structure, but I do think it's important just to know the ins and outs, los pormenores de esta estructura gramatical que no es tan común. All right, but today's pop quiz is coming. I'll tell you something they all have in common here. All of these examples use the word put. Why? Well, because I know many of you who are show with no namers are also FYIers. So I want to see if you guys know how to use this very versatile verb called put. The good news, put. Ya está conjugado. Hecho. Done. All right. So I'll do an easy one, an intermediate one, and an advanced one. And again, all of these have one thing in common. They've got the word put somewhere in them. O dos veces, if you know my style. So the first part, ponte la camiseta y guarda la chaqueta. I say jaqueta, like in American, right? So ponte la camiseta y guarda la chaqueta. That's number one. All right, the next one. Ponlo en tu lista de tareas pendientes. No lo aplaces más. Ooh, so let me give you a clue. They're both double troubles. They both have the word put in them twice. I know this is going to be a tough one, but I know you can handle it. So ponte la camiseta y guarda la chaqueta. The second one, ponlo en tu lista de tareas pendientes. No lo aplaces más. All right, and the last one, él nunca se pone firme. Él nunca se pone firme o estricto. All right, now that last one only has one put, just so I don't drive you crazy. So the first one, este tiene dos puts. Ponte la camisa y guarda la chaqueta. This one also has two puts. Ponlo, ahí tienes la primera, en tu lista de tareas pendientes. No lo aplaces más. That is a phrasal verb I'm sure most of you know. And the last one, él nunca se pone firme. Nunca se pone estricto. All right, let's see over here who's with us in the house. We've got Elena. Hello, Elena. Welcome. Glad to have you on board with us. She says, eyes are open, full of hoping, no more moping. Good morning, show with no namers. Now, wait a second. Are those song lyrics or did you write that? That's awesome. Got some great vocabulary. So my eyes are open, los ojos abiertos, full of hoping. Nos comemos la G, right? Full of hoping, ¿no? Lleno de esperanza. No more moping, and that's the totally native. To mope is to walk around, andar con cara mustia, deprimirse, estar desanimado. Come on, man. You've been moping around all morning. Cheer up. There's a totally native for you, Elena. What a great start. Hats off. Vrisco says, ¿por quién votaste? Well, when you guys all tell me who you voted for, I'll tell you. How's that? Intercambiamos. I think if you know me, you know who I voted for. I don't think it was a secret. My feelings about the current administration. Okay. Any questions? Well, you should see it. I put it on Twitter this morning. I put on my hat, and I have received, well, some people were like, good, Alberto, great. Some people just didn't comment. And other people, I'm serious here, other people resorted to insulting me. I swear to God, I reported them to X. Ya he puesto un report. But they were saying racial slurs. O sea, qué tolerantes. Wow. because you wouldn't have voted for that person. Well, first of all, you can't vote. You're not an American. So shut up. But it's crazy. I mean, I expected people to say, oh man, I'm upset with you. I like the other candidate, which again, everybody's entitled to their opinion. I think so, right? Last time I checked. So, but it's crazy. Some people, in fact, a lot of people who don't even follow me came to my Twitter account and started insulting me, even using racial slurs. O sea, eso ya es prohibidísimo. Tú no puedes decir palabras despectivas. You're sorry. You don't have to agree with me, but you cannot do that. And somebody even threatened. Esto es la tolerancia de que hablan, by the way, the tolerance and the respect that they were talking about. Somebody talked about taking my mouth and putting it against the sidewalk and stepping on my mouth and breaking my mouth and my teeth. Have you seen American History X? Oh yeah, I reported them too. Are you guys, that's the other side? I voted, all you guys have done, the people, and I don't think it's the people listening now, is just, you left me assured that I made the right decision. Because if the other side are like spewing venom, escupiendo, like insult, I've never, wow. Again, I expected some backlash, people saying, ¿Te gusta ese tío? I expected it. I did not expect backlash, oposición, respuesta negativa. I did not expect people to threaten me. And that's illegal. I don't mind the insults. And you know what? I did not return one insult. I don't even know these people. How am I going to insult somebody I don't know? So I think it's obvious who I voted for. And Vrisco says, love you, guy. I hope you voted for Trump. Well, you're one of the good guys then, I guess. Well, again, a lot of people liked my tweet. No, a mucha gente le gustó. Bien, bien. Enhorabuena. But some people, whoa, having a bad day? In fact, one of the people, I even told him, I said, I don't know you, but I think you need a couple deep breaths. Creo que necesitas, si te levantas así, whoa. Oh my God, what would you do if somebody actually did offend you or hurt you? ¿Qué harías en ese caso? I hate to see it, because I didn't do anything to you. Well, I disagree with you. Well, that's the beauty of living in a free country, isn't it? Oh, we're all supposed to have the same opinion, like robots. Okay. Then I'll just follow you blindly. That's how I feel. That's how I feel, folks. And, again, you vote for who you vote for. The same way if you vote for somebody, I respect your vote. I may not agree, but I respect your right to vote as an individual who's over 18, obviously. All right. So thanks, I guess. Either way, it doesn't change my vote. The only thing it did is reassured me that if those were the people that again, they can't vote because they're Spanish, they're not American. But if those are the people who would have been voting for the other side, had they been able, then I made the right choice. Because I would never, that's what we call being a sore loser. No es mal perder, empezar a insultar. Porque if you come to me and say, Alberto, I disagree with this, and you want to have a talk, dialogue, but I haven't had any of that. None of it, just insults. So they've shown their colors, their true colors. I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors. That's why I love you. All right. I'll stop singing. The weather's beautiful. We don't want it to rain. Speaking of beautiful, we've got the beautiful ladies with us, Chris Valrol and Laura. Wow. Chris says, morning, dear show with no namers. Hello, Chris. Great to have you on board with us. As always, that's for yesterday. You single-handedly took on the world. Te enfrentaste al mundo sola. Excellent job. Laura, there she is. Lovely Laura. Laura says, good morning, lovely show with no namers. I'll be a fly on the wall. O me gusta como lo pones tú, a butterfly on the wall. Eso es que no voy a participar, pero estaré aquí. I'll try to participate. I can't speak. I'll try to participate if I can, though. Well, that's great. We have got an awesome lineup. Lineup is personas que están aquí con nosotros. I think of a concert when I think of a lineup. What's the lineup for Festimad? No? ¿Quién es el cartel? So we've got an awesome lineup today, and we're going to have tons of fun. But first, we're going to take a quick commercial break, amigos. We'll be right back with much more Show with No Name, so stick around. Hey, amigos, welcome back. Welcome back to the Show with No Name. This is part 2. We're going to kick off with our Say What soundbite. Then we've got our pop quiz. We've got spelling bee. We've got homophones. And so much more. And don't forget, this evening, November 6th, you've got a date with Kyle Miller for our Vaughn Radio Trivia Night. It's at Roll Madrid, Calle de Amaniel 23. Kyle is also the host of Drive Time. That's right. And the author of Business English. Plus, Kyle lends his voice to many, many projects here at Vaughn. You'll also hear Kyle on our Vaughn online course, which is now on sale. Yeah, have you always wanted Kyle or myself to be one of your teachers? The online course. And at the helm, a los mandos, at the helm, it's the one and only Richard Vaughn. Check it out. It's the Curso de Inglés online. It's a 70% discount, which is huge. All right, folks, it's time for the Say What soundbite. Say what? What? Yes, yes. Say what soundbite on the show with no name. All right, amigos. I think this one, I think this one might be easy. I'll tell you something. There's a name in there, a proper noun, and it's Shelby. O sea, así no te tienes que preocupar por el nombre de la persona. It's Shelby. Okay, it's a weird name, to be honest. All right, so is everybody ready? I'm going to give you your Say What soundbite. This is an audio clip from a speech, a movie, an interview, and what you guys have to do is give it a listen and see what you can extract from it. Firstly, I want your opinion. Secondly, I want you to give it to me word for word. Here's your Say What soundbite for the first time.
I'm so mad I don't know what to do. I want to know why. I want to know why Shelby's life is over. I want to know how that baby will ever know how wonderful his mother was. Will he ever know what she went through for him? Oh, God, I want to know why. Why? Lord, I wish I could understand.
All right. Whoa. So the person is definitely not having a good day. The word, I used that word to describe somebody on Twitter this morning. Es un palabrón, no sé cómo se dice en español. Unhinged, volátil. I said to the person, I'm like, all you've done is just insult me and you don't even really know me. You are a bit unhinged. And a hinge es bisagra. O sea, es una puerta sin bisagras. Great word. Yeah. There are a lot of unhinged people out there this morning. Guys, remember, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. And you got to know how to win with dignity, which is why I'm not insulting anybody or anything. And you have to know how to lose with dignity. La expresión de toda la vida, o sea, the kindergarten, que algunos tendrán que volver ahí, is you win some, you lose some. And if you lose some, you lose with dignity. You don't start insulting and throwing rocks and stones. You look like a big baby, right? I mean, that's never changed. That's been that way since our grandparents were kids, I believe, and that's never going to change. All right, amigos, let me give it to you for the second time, and we'll see what you had to say.
I'm so mad I don't know what to do. I want to know why. I want to know why Shelby's life is over. I want to know how that baby will ever know how wonderful his mother was. Will he ever know what she went through for him? Oh, God, I want to know why. Why? Lord, I wish I could understand.
Hey, Damian, what's crack-a-lackin', buddy?
Hey, Alberto, I was planning to do some sports this week. What about playing baseball?
Ooh, baseball. I love it. But I'm not sure yet. Can we touch base next week?
Touch base. Estamos en contacto, ¿no? Hablamos en algún momento. Yeah, okay. Let's touch base. Okay, what about basketball? Do you want to play basketball?
Oh, man, I love basketball. It's one of my favorite sports. But I don't know if I can this weekend because I've already got plans. Oh, man, that's the way the ball bounces.
That's the way the ball bounces. Así están las cosas, ¿no? Así bota la pelota. Así bota la pelota. That's the way the ball bounces. I love that expression. Okay, what about tennis? Do you want to play tennis?
Well, I love tennis, but I'm not really a good player. If you don't mind playing with a novice, the ball's in your court, buddy.
La bola está en mi campo, ¿eh? La pelota está en mi tejado. All right. Do you want to play some soccer?
Sure, I'd love to play some soccer or football, as you call it. What time do we kick off?
Perfect. We're kicking off at 9. Are you available?
Sure, but I might have to play some golf before with some friends. It's par for the course.
It's par for the course. Es lo normal, ¿no? Es lo normalito, lo que se hace. Okay, what about billiards? Do you like playing billiards?
Yeah, but right now I'm behind the 8 ball.
I'm behind the 8 ball. Estás detrás de la bola de 8, como que llevas las de perder.
Yeah, wow, a lot of idiomatic expressions here.
Muy buenas expresiones. Si es que así da gusto aprender inglés con un profe como Alberto y un poquito de creatividad, tienes This Book is the Shit. El mejor libro para aprender inglés que te has echado a la cara in your life. Píllatelo, vas a disfrutar mogollón de dibujos para que lo aprendas todo fácil, con conexiones lógicas y divertidas. Es la manera más sencilla y más divertida de aprender inglés. No te la pierdas.
Damian, you're such a good sport. Te enrollas. You can pick up your copy of This Book is the Shit at
vaughantienda.com.
It's the shit.
That's right, folks. If you don't have my latest book, This Book is the Shit, you can get it at Vaughan Tienda or wherever fine books are sold. Also, if you live in any of these wonderful places, Madrid, Barcelona, Bilbao, Vigo, Valladolid, Valencia, Santander, or Zaragoza, stop by. We'd love to meet you. Pásate. Nos encantaría conocerte. You don't need an appointment. All right, let's see what we've got over here. We've got Laura participating in our pop quiz. Let's see what she said. She says, put your t-shirt on and put away your coat. Yes. Well, coat, abrigo, chaqueta, jacket, same thing. Well, whatever. Coat, abrigo. So put your t-shirt on and put away your coat. Excellent. To put on. Puton, you say in Spanish. That's always funny when it comes up in class. Puton or Putin? There's always a little laugh in class at that moment. All right, let's see. The next one, she says, put it down on your to-do list. Don't put it off anymore. Wow, Laura. Excellent job, Laura. Yes. So, the last one, he never puts his foot down. That's 3 for 3. Nice job. He never puts his foot down. That's right. To put your foot down. Sed firme. Piensa, si pones if you put your, haces en la mesa, no un puño en la mesa. Same kind of idea. Okay, ya está. Se acabó. Right? Think about, again, if you visualize the idiomatic expressions, they'll be easier to remember, right? If we can come up with some kind of mental picture. Okay? So excellent, Laura. We wouldn't expect anything else from you. Laura says, some people are unbelievable. How sad. Yeah, well, I here's the thing that I think is the strangest part about it. Not the insults, not the threats, because that's just crazy. That's unhinged. Estás mal de la cabeza. It's the fact that, what would you be happy if I just agreed with you? What are you looking to do by insulting me? Have me join you? Agree with you? Oh, so we all need to agree on the same things. Is that how it works? No. So I just can't. I can't begin to comprehend what's happening or not happening inside these people's brains, if you want to call them that. Like, and then the thing that really irks me, me saca de quicio, I just can't understand it, is I wake up thinking, oh, I can't wait to say good morning to my girls. Okay, I can't wait to talk to my friends on the show with no name. And, you know, and some people just go to their phone saying, who can I be angry at today? Hopefully it's somebody I don't know. Very sad. Very sad. And you said it. How sad, Laura? I really, honestly, I don't even get angry at these people. I'm a little, worked up, emocional, because I've been insulted all morning. And by people who don't know me, again, even you guys, you know me, but do you really know me? Have we ever sat down and had a heart-to-heart? Una conversa, hablando de qué nos importa en la vida? I mean, you can tell what's important to me. Family, friends, good vibes, right? Good energy, that we're not getting screwed over by the powers that be, esos que controlan todo. So, I mean, sorry I disagree with you. No sé qué decir. En inglés, la frase perfecta es, we'll have to agree to disagree, right? Y esto es, tendremos que estar de acuerdo, que no vamos a estar de acuerdo, right? No vamos a estar de acuerdo. Hey, but some people don't want that. They just want to keep it. Somebody, I said, okay, really, sincerely, have a nice day. Move on. Seguimos, ¿no? Con nuestro día. Cabrón. I'm like, wow, okay. Go away, doggy. Go. Shoot. Fuera. Vete a jugar con otro. All right. So thank you for feeling my pain. I expected backlash. I did not expect to be threatened and insulted. Again, all it does is confirms my decision. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Twitter haters. You just made me realize I made the right decision. Totally made the right decision. Let's see. Chris Valrol says, put on your T-shirt and put away your jacket. Yes. Put on your T-shirt and put away your jacket. The next one, put it on your to-do list. Great. Laura said, put it down. You can say that too. Put it down, apúntalo, jot it down. Or put it on your to-do list and don't put it off anymore. Yes. Don't put it off any longer. You can say any more or any longer. Any more or any longer. All right, folks. And the third one. I don't know the third one. Well, you will. Well, now you do. In fact, thanks to your amiga Laura. He never puts his foot down, right? To put your foot down es ponerte estricto. Let's take a look at some other ones. And these you don't have to give me. Let's just say them aloud. A ver si las sabes. Todas tienen put, ¿ok? No le soporto cuando se pone así. Cuando se comporta así. I can't put up with him when he acts like that. I can't put up with him. To put up with. Muy común. All right, the next one. Ponte en el lugar de ella. Put yourself in her shoes. Put yourself in her shoes. Ponte en su lugar. What about this one? No va a poner sus sentimientos a un lado. Okay, no va a apartar, poner a un lado sus sentimientos. I think this one's an easy one. She isn't going to put her feelings aside. To put aside. Dejar a un lado. And it's not just feelings. My pen. Put it aside. You don't need your pen right now. All right? Te voy a poner en tu sitio. I'm gonna put you. Yo digo put you, no put you. I'm gonna put you in your place. I'm gonna put you in your place. Repeat after me. This way you practice these very common uses of put. No me gusta que me insulten. Pues vaya mañana que llevo. No me gusta que me insulten. I don't like being put down. I don't like being put down. Did you know that one? What about this one? Calla ya. Calla. What's another way to say calla? Put a sock in it. ¿Te lo sabías? Mete un calcetín en la boca, estamos hablando. Put a sock in it. All right? What about this one? Esta es igual. No pongas palabras en mi boca. No digas cosas que yo no he dicho. Don't put words in my mouth. Don't put words in my mouth. What about this one? Le pusiste en un aprieto, en un apuro, en una situación incómoda, cuando te presentaste en su casa sin avisar. You put her on the spot. Piensa, the spot es el foco. ¿Ahora qué? Me están mirando todos, right? Think of it that way. Otra vez, visualizando estas expresiones. You put her on the spot when you popped by. When you popped by or when you stopped by. What about this one? Deducir. Lo puedes deducir tú. How would you say that? Put two and two together. Une el dos con el dos y deduce. Put two and two together. And the last one? Hablas mucho, pero demuéstralo. Actúa. How would you say that? Demuéstralo. Actúa. We say, put your money where your mouth is. To put your money where your mouth is, pon tu dinero donde está tu boquita. Que hablas mucho, pero apuesta, ¿no? Demuéstralo. So there you go, folks. These are all very common uses of the verb put. If you didn't know them, well, put them down in your notebook. Let's see. We've got Elena participating in our Say What soundbite. Elena says, a devastated, broken-hearted, elderly woman who is out of her mind by the fact a baby will never get to know how much their mother loved them and went through for them. Perfect. Elena, I couldn't have said it better myself. I couldn't have said it better myself. Wow. Great. Elena, you are on fire today. I don't know what you had for breakfast. Maybe you had some English breakfast tea, perhaps. Oh, yes. Let's see. Lovely Laura. Laura says, I heard an American woman who's clearly in distress because someone called Shelby has passed away, and there's a baby that will never have the chance to get to know them. Wow. And you know what? I'll tell you something. This is from a movie. Obviously, you can tell she's acting. Right? I mean, that's acting. It's not a natural conversation. Right? Anybody who really talks like that, run. Oh, yeah. But, so yeah, and a very, very dramatic scene over there as well. Yeah, sad. Some of you might even recognize this because this is a classic. Truly a classic. So great. And I believe Chris has got something to say over here. I believe Chris probably even knows what movie it's from. Why? She's the movie queen. She's the movie queen. Oh, yeah. Yeah. See that Chris. Watch that Chris Valrol. She is the movie queen. I still have to record the jingle. I just haven't had time. I was fending off insults all morning. I'm joking. Let's see. Chris says, I heard an excerpt from a movie. A really afflicted mother is crying her eyes out. Espera. You smell that? To cry your eyes out. Llorar a mares? Is that how you say? Another way to say it is to bawl your eyes out. Okay. The baby was bawling his eyes out. So to cry your eyes out, to bawl your eyes out. Wow. To sob. We looked at that word, I believe, earlier this week. To sob. That's to sob. No, amoko. I think you say something, amoko or something. So a really afflicted mother is crying her eyes out, wondering why her daughter's life is over. Really sad and touching. Great. The good thing about touching, también podéis decir moving. ¿Te suena conmovedor? Touching, moving, same thing. Oh, yeah, this movie, I mean, this is a classic. And it's also a play. También es una obra de teatro. So, yeah, definitely a drama. We definitely know it's from a movie, as we said. And oh, that's what I was getting at. I knew I wanted to say something about movies versus listening. If you're watching this movie and you're giving me a report like you did right now, it's easier. Why? You can watch the scene. You can. So a lot of times we forget about that. Es que no me entero. Pues si es buen actor, no solo está actuando con las palabras, right? Sus ojos, todo su cuerpo lo comunica, right? It's not just. So that's a thing. Here on the Say What soundbite, you guys don't have the luxury of watching the scene. Because if you're watching the scene, you can see the gestures, los gestos, vamos a pronunciar esto, gestures. Es como la palabra más mal pronunciada del mundo, situation. Bueno, si tuviera 5 céntimos por cada vez que oigo situation, I would be freaking rich. I'd be richer than Richard Vaughn. So just remember this. Lo dejamos corto muchas veces porque nos gusta hacer recortes, right? And a lot of times, instead of saying, what's the situation, we say, what's the sitch? S-I-T-C-H, o sea, pura, C-H, pura y dura. So, you're not seeing the situation. You're not seeing the gestures that they're doing. And you can't read their lips, because that helps también. Mira, es mucho más fácil comunicar cara a cara, face to face, than over the phone. A lot of times with my students in class, we'll do a phone exercise on Zoom. And the first thing I do when we do one of those phone calls, I tell the students, I'm like, ring, ring, you've got a phone call coming in. And then I turn off the video, apago el video, and I'm like, hey, it's Don Johnson. I'm just calling from Mega Industries. I just want to know about and I throw all kinds of information their way. And it's really challenging. So, guys, kudos. That's what I'm getting at. It's a lot easier to tell me the sitch if you can watch it. But you don't have that luxury, not here. Of course, I urge you, if you're fans of these movies we look at or these people, I urge you to go out and watch the whole movie. As I always say, you can tell me you've seen Gone with the Wind, Lo que se llevó el viento. We talked about Vivian Lee yesterday. But if you tell me you haven't seen it in English, have you really seen it? The way it was intended to be? Again, I'm not saying anything against the voice over actors, and excellent job, guys. But again, the original, you want to see the original, I think, right? Beetlejuice is Beetlejuice. Not saying the guy who did the voice of Beetlejuice in Spain. Sometimes I feel like you can't say one thing without saying another thing, or at least that's the way. Oh, so you're saying we do a bad job? No, didn't say that. Just the same way if I watch an Italian film, I want to watch it in its original version, even though it'll be tougher for me because I'm not fluent in Italian. Oh, Laura, you would love this. This morning on the way to Lara's school, right? I'm such a bad person. We were practicing. Yeah, well, according to people on Twitter, I'm an evil person. I'm a racist. I was called a Nazi. Everything. I was like, okay, fine. If you say so. Si lo dices tú, whoever you are. You know what we were doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I might have pronounced them a little bit wrong. And it's been a long time. Y también estamos lunedì, martedì, mercoledì, giovedì, venerdì, sabato, and domenica. Hey, I remembered something from my days, and now I'm teaching my daughter a little Italian. Why not? She's got Italian blood. Folks, we've got to go to a quick commercial break. We've got so much to do. So many challenges up ahead. When we come back, we're going to take a look at our homophones. We've got our Say What soundbite. I think, do we have any more pop quiz? Well, we've got a lot of stuff to do. We've got Spelling Bee, we've got Double Trouble, we've got Name That Lyric, Name That Movie, Famous Birthdays, and so much more. So, stick around. Welcome back, amigos. I can't believe it. We are in the second half. That's right, the second half of today's show with no name, part 3. Call it what you will. Oh, in the same way, I don't mind talking about the American election today. I don't want to talk about soccer. How selective, huh? Prefiero no hablar de fútbol. You got to have a sense of humor, folks. You got to respect everybody. You got to be tolerant. I think if you respect everyone, you're tolerant of everyone, the world could be a beautiful place. Really, I mean that. Even people who don't see things the way I see them. Maybe those are the people I need to talk to the most. You know, dialogue. I don't know. Call me crazy. I guess that the political landscape has changed. When I was younger, it was, well, we disagree. Let's see if we... And now it's like, fascist, scumbag, sexist. You're like, whoa, what happened? What did I say? I didn't say anything. I just told you who I was voting for, or you assumed. I don't think that makes me. So, my amigos, we're going to look at our homophones to kick off. Let me see if they're hard ones today. Oh, really tough one today. Really tough one. Let's see. Also, our spelling bee. I think the spelling bee is going to be easy. We shouldn't have too many problems in our spelling bee. Yesterday was tough. It was really tough, but Chris, to use a great phrasal verb, you pulled it off. Lo sacaste adelante, quizá sería una buena traducción. Lo sacaste adelante. You pulled it off. Y fijaos, pulled it. La D va con el it. You pulled it off. Kudos to you. Let's see how y'all do in our homophone section.
Homophones on the show with no name. It's homophones time, cause homophones rhyme. They sound the same on the show with no name. The show with no name. Homophones on the show with no name. Cause homophones time, cause homophones rhyme. They sound the same on the show with no name. The show with no name. The show with no name. The show with no name.
That's right, amigos. It's homophones only on the show with no name. And let's see what we've got for our homophones today. Hey, wait. Maybe we'll hear them in the background. A lo mejor vamos a oírles y todo. Don't you wish you were on the beach right now? I do. Close your eyes for a second. The power of persuasion. Maybe you can convince yourself that you're there. As we say in English, mind over matter. Que tu mente es poderosa. Si quieres autoconvencerte, lo puedes hacer. All right, the first word is gaviota. Hey, now that we're at the beach, gaviota. It also means engañar o embaucar. He visto la palabra, pero no sé si lo digo bien. So it's gaviota. Engañar, embaucar. Well, que es lo mismo, ¿no? To fool somebody. Okay? That's the first one. The second one is another way of saying girl. Muchacha, chica. Es una muchacha muy agradable. Pero no es girl, es otra forma de decirlo. Got some totally native words today in our homophones section. So the first one is gaviota. Baila morena, baila que tú no va. Oh, no, what's the one? Como gaviota sobre el mar. Isn't there a Julio Iglesias song about a gaviota? That's where I learned the word. Porque me acuerdo, I remember hearing, I'm like, what's a gaviota? Funny, right? I learned Spanish from Julio Iglesias and Rafael with a PH. So gaviota, engañar, and the second word is another way of saying muchacha o chica, another way of saying girl. All right, and ladies and gentlemen, we've got some comments rolling in. Chris, Valrol says, a movie I watched in Spanish, but I recognize the performance. A great cast. Yeah, vaya reparto, Chris. I knew you would recognize the movie. All right, and ladies and gentlemen, we have got a winner. Please give it up for Elena. She got the Say What soundbite. After the second listen, Elena, that is impressive. All right, let's hear it for the third time. Everybody jot down what you hear.
I'm so mad I don't know what to do. I want to know why. I want to know why Shelby's life is over. I want to know how that baby will ever know how wonderful his mother was. Will he ever know what she went through for him? Oh, God, I want to know why. Why? Lord, I wish I could understand.
Do you know about Vaughn groups? Well, I'm going to tell you all about them. They are group English classes that you can do via video conference or in person. And the good news is you can start whenever you want. And you can keep the same timetable, teacher, and classmates throughout the whole course. And the best part, there's no strings attached. Sin compromiso. And if you act now, you can get a 5% discount for paying up front. And if you stick with the course for 6 months, you'll get a 50% discount in June. Wow, what a deal! As if you needed more reasons to learn English with Vaughn. Check out our Vaughn groups. Have fun and make friends as you learn English. Sign up now while there are still spots available. Call us 911-385831, or you can go to our website, grupovaughn.com. And don't forget to follow us on social media and find out if Vaughn groups are for you. More information about Vaughn groups or any of our amazing initiatives, just go to grupovaughn.com/cursos destacados. Let's see some other comments. Jesus says, hey, everybody, God bless America and Donald Trump. Jesus, careful, you're going to make enemies. Not that you care, I'm just joking. Let's see. Chris Valrol says, a moco tendido. Mira si lo había oído, Chris, pero me queda oírlo una vez. No, a lo mejor después de esta vez, al decirlo, como os digo a vosotros, dilo, escríbelo, dilo, úsalo en contexto y a lo mejor se te queda. A ver si esta vez, Chris. Thank you. See, you guys are my teachers too. Thank you. A moco tendido. Let's see. Laura says, just a little pronunciation tip. For the double consonants, cuatro, sete, otto, try to make the sounds last a bit longer. The vowel sound before, after, or both. Cuatro. Like that. Sete. Or just the first one. I'm a little bit confused. So try to make the sounds. So cuatro, sete, or sete. No. I'm a little bit confused, Laura. But please clarify it. Because I don't want to teach my daughter, even though I'm just teaching her basic stuff like prego, grazie mille, these simple things. Buonasera. Well, I want to make sure she doesn't sound like a total giddy. Chris says, I totally agree. Me recuerda la frase hecha, I couldn't agree more. Lo decís igual, no podría estar más de acuerdo. I totally agree. The appropriate thing is to see the movies in their original version. This way you don't miss the nuances. Bravo, Alberto. Numeri e giorni della settimana. Hey, we're breaking out our Italian skills today. All right, let's see. Chris Valrol gives us the 2 correct words for our homophones, and she says they're not homophones. Laura agrees. She says, nope. Not homophones. Let's see. Elena agrees. So right now, Chris, Laura, and Elena agree that these words are not homophones. All right, the first word, let's say it. Say it with me. Gull. Gull. Gull rhymes with dull, aburrido. It rhymes with hull, que es parte de una nave. Espera, hull, el casco de un barco, right? The hull. It also rhymes with, I'm trying to think, it doesn't rhyme with too many words. Gull, say it with me. Gull, and you can say seagull, right? So you can say gull or seagull, como, I always think of Steven Seagal. Steven Seagal? Si lo pronuncias mal, pues casi. So the first word, gull. Now I'm going to say la chica, la tipa, la muchacha vio una gaviota. The gal saw a gull. The gal, G-A-L. Hey, she's a great gal. It's a loving way of saying girl, a cute way, like, oh, she is a hell of a gal. Vaya chica más buena, hell of a. Nos encanta el hell of a, ¿no? De muy bien, superior. She's a hell of a gal. And he's a hell of a guy. Y muchas veces they say, hey, guys and gals, porque las dos son, you can say guys and girls, or guys and gals. And isn't there an actress, the one who played Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot? There you go. Well, Gal Gadot is an interesting gal, but she doesn't like seagulls or gulls. And as we said, it also means to fool, engañar. But I couldn't gull you. A vosotros no os voy a engañar. Great job, Chris, Laura, and Elena. Wonderful job. All right, it's time to move on to today's Spelling Bee.
Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee.
That's right, amigos. It is your Spelling Bee here on the show with no name. Again, this is probably one of the more challenging sections we look at on the show every week. But I think y'all is you all, que es el vosotros en el sur de Estados Unidos. Y'all, what are y'all doing? Now, técnicamente, yo puedo decir, what are you doing, a Laura? Or what are you doing, a todos? Porque es you, es vosotros y tú. Pero a veces queremos aclarar, decimos, you guys, aunque son chicas también, y'all, que es más sureño, o yous, que no lo recomiendo, aunque sea súper útil y súper lógico, es muy neoyorquino. What are yous doing later? Y la R, ¿te acuerdas ayer? La R neoyorquina. What are yous doing later? Later. And remember, we talked about Art Garfunkel fixing his R's, working on his R's, so he doesn't sound like someone from Brooklyn, Queens, or the Bronx. The Bronx. And the R's, your sister. Where's your sister? Where's your mother? Where's your brother? Now, it's not the same as British, though. Los británicos también, esa ER es una respiración. They say, brother. So for them, it's more, ah. And for us, it's sister, your brother. You don't open your mouth. It's not as breathy. Same idea. Estamos mutando esa R en un ah, pero no es tan fuerte. Ready? A lo británico. Do it with me. My mother, my sister, my father, my brother. New York, my mother, my sister, my brother, my father, my father, my father. Muchas veces la TH también es my father. My father's a good guy. Now, why don't I sound like that? Well, I've been living abroad for 20 years. And in general, I've never wanted people to know where I'm from, even though it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter really at all. But I like that mystery when people, where are you from? What, you speak Spanish? So since I was young, I didn't want people to be able to place my accent. And then when I studied acting, interpretación, and voice and speech, I learned how to enunciate, how to pronounce proper English, right? And become a better communicator. Because I don't want to walk around talking like this all my life. Now, the moment I get together with my friends, What are you talking about? Come on, get out of here. Get out of here. So, yeah, well, 20 years abroad now. And my English, the English I get, is from all over the United States because I listen to podcasts from Tennessee to California to Texas, right? Podcasts that are produced in those different places. And also my friends here, my friends are awesome because I get a little bit of Scottish. I get some Irish as well. And I get a lot of different accents. So I have what you would call a universal kind of English. All right. Universal English, like Universal Studios. All right, amigos, as always in our pop quiz, I'm going to give you some words, okay? These words today are easier than the ones yesterday, so I expect some participation here. And the first letter of each word should be capitalized. Ready to go? Here we go. The first one is, let me give you the round one thing. Now it's official. Now it's official. All right. The first one is NEW space BRUNSWICK. The second one is NEW space JERSEY. The third one is RUTGERS space COLLEGE. The fourth one, PRINCETON space UNIVERSITY. The fifth one is COLLEGE space FOOTBALL. And the last one is FINAL space SCORE space 6-4. ¿Qué tiene que ver la Universidad de Oxford con Vaughan? Pues muchísimo. Es una alegría anunciar que Vaughan ha sido certificado como centro examinador de Oxford Test of English. A partir del próximo mes de marzo 2023, podrás hacer los exámenes de Oxford Test of English en los centros de Vaughan. Si quieres más información sobre esta iniciativa de Vaughan y Oxford, puedes ver más en nuestra página web, grupovaughan.com. O bien síguenos en redes sociales para más información. Oxford Test of English con Vaughan. Brilliant. That's right. If you want more information about the Oxford Test of English, remember our Vaughan centers are certified, so you can stop by in Madrid, Barcelona, Bilbao, Vigo, Valladolid, Valencia, Santander, or Zaragoza. Also, a quick reminder, we've also got a special deal going on. Seriously, I don't think we've had a better deal this year. I could be wrong. Okay, don't quote me. I don't know all the deals. But 30 euros for a complete course that lasts a year? Do the math. How much is that a day? That's nothing. It's peanuts. Again, if I were you and you can afford it, I'm sure for some of you, 90 euros, you're like, wow, lo gasto en una cena o más en una cena a veces. And you can get all three of them. Might as well. You have until November 11th to take advantage of this amazing offer. All right, let's take a look at our spelling bee. It looks like we might have a winner on our hands. Number 1, correct, Chris Valrol. Number 2 is also correct. Number 3 is correct, and it's my grandfather's alma mater. Es la universidad de mi abuelo, el tercero. The next one, you also got correct. The next one's perfect. And ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Chris Valrol. Wow. Impressive, Chris. Impressive. What can I say? Oh, my God. Wonderful job. And I've got to say, you guys, we have to tell Born to Iron Man when he's back from the States We got to tell them that you guys pulled your weight just fine and his extra weight. So wonderful job once again, Chris. Wow. Again, I think even native speakers might have some difficulty getting those on the first go, especially me pre-coffee. Antes de tomarme un café, seguro que soy el primero que no lo pille. All right, let's do round 2. This is where I go at a normal pace, where if you consider yourself an intermediate level, you should have no problem with this. All right, number 1, NEW space BRUNSWICK. The second one is NEW space JERSEY. The third one, RUTGERS space COLLEGE. The fourth one, PRINCETON space UNIVERSITY. The fifth one, COLLEGE space FOOTBALL. And the last one is FINAL space SCORE space 6-4. All right, there you go. Chris says, I dedicate it to Born to Iron Man. I hope he's I don't hope. I know Born to Iron Man, and I'm sure he's practicing his English in the United States, and he's showing off all those idiomatic expressions he knows. I can't wait to hear back from him. I want to hear about his trip. See? You guys miss me when I go on vacation. Well, I miss you too. Likewise, the feeling is mutual. Or as we say, muchas veces si alguien te dice algo, puedes responderle, si estás de acuerdo, como lo mismo te digo, you can say ditto. And ditto is idem. Idem? I don't know how to pronounce that. Igual, lo mismo te digo, right? Ditto. Alberto, we really learn a lot from you. Well, ditto. Ditto. My tears don't call, I'm wondering why. Got out of bed at all. Morning rain clouds on my window, and I can't see it all. That's not ditto. That's Dido. Pero al principio, cuando salió la canción con Eminem, I thought that until I heard it on MTV, and they're like, oh, this is the new song with Dido. I'm like, oh, it's not ditto. Okay. Bueno, ditto se escribe D-I-T-T-O. Okay. And you know where it comes from? Because I remember in school, the teachers used to give us dittos. And a ditto is a piece of photocopied paper. Really. Okay, guys, we have some dittos I'm going to give you for your homework. Okay, a ver como ditto, idem, pero también es, un documento, una tarea, some dittos específicamente, porque piénsalo, es una copia, right? So ditto, lo mismo, right? Idem, the same thing. So the teacher has the master copy, and then the teacher runs off copies, like el phrasal verb is to run off some copies or to make some copies, and then they have dittos, tienen réplicas, copias. So when we say ditto or likewise or right back, get us el totally native, right back at you. Right, not at you. Did I say at you? No, I said right back at you. Right back at you. Te lo devuelvo, lo mismo te digo. So today we're learning Italian and everything. Oh, Laura says, no, the consonants. Oh, decía yo, digo, I sound a little bit like I've got some problems. If I go to Italy saying, quattro, they're going to be like, are you okay, man? Say it in English. Dillo, parla inglese. Per favore. All right, so let me try. Quattro. I'm trying. How do you extend a consonant? Sette. Oh, Laura, you got to send me an audio. Do you guys want to have a weekly Italian class with Laura where she can teach us an expression every week? Hey, Laura, if you're up for it, I'm up for it. I think everybody likes Italian as a language. You know, it's especially living in Spain, you know. We all think we know it, right? Yeah. Sure you do. Sure you do. All right, amigos, I can't believe it. We've got to go to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with the rest of today's show with no name. So stick around. Yes, welcome back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You are listening to, you know it, the show with no name on Vaughn Radio. I can't believe it, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the fourth and final part of today's show with no name. Wow. What a great day to be alive. And I know Kyle Miller, by the way, folks, if you didn't catch Kyle Miller's show yesterday, the Drive Time show, he did a really in-depth, en profundidad, an in-depth election analysis. Great vocabulary. Doesn't matter who you voted for. Well, in Spain, you didn't vote. You didn't have an election yesterday, right? But it's interesting to learn that vocabulary. Like yesterday, I was talking to my wife, and I said, well, the swing states... Y me dice, the swing states? What is that? Los estados columpio? Digo, bueno, los pendulares, los que están en disputa. The swing states. And she said, bueno, tiene sentido, si lo piensas. They can swing either way. They can swing either way. Swing states. So if you want to learn all this election vocabulary, you can learn it with Kyle Miller on Drive Time. I'm sure he'll be talking a little bit more about the U.S. election, even though Kyle can't vote either. None of you can. Well, maybe Laura, are you an American citizen? Any American citizens tuned in right now? Good question. I know we have people from Latin America who tune into the show. And I don't know if there's someone tuned in right now, but I know that FYI gets a lot of downloads from the Americas. And that is, what can I say? Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. All right, folks, it's time for Double Trouble. Double Trouble, baby. Yeah, you know what time it is. Give it up. Double Trouble. I said double trouble. Double trouble. I said double trouble. That's right, amigos. It's Double Trouble only on the show with no name. And let's see what we've got for today's Double Trouble. All right. Oh, I'll tell you what. This is one of my, you know how I like to drop clues, dejar unas pistas? Well, we've already gotten a clue or two here for this one, and you'll see it a little bit later at the end. Okay. Él dijo que estaba jugando a dos bandas. Entonces dijo que no iba a responder o a contestar preguntas. Jugar a dos bandas. A ver cómo lo ponen aquí. When I looked it up the other day, jugar a dos bandas. I've heard this one. He oído la gente decirlo. Okay, here it is. Jugar a varias puntas, jugar a dos bandas, ir de flor en flor. Okay, it means to have many relationships. You know, you have an open relationship or not, or you're cheating on someone. Yesterday, we looked at a song about cheating. Didn't she call me on counter? Wasn't me. Then we kept banging on the sofa? Wasn't me. Naming had her in the shower? Wasn't me. So, tough one today. So, él dijo que estaba jugando a dos bandas. Que estaba, what was the other way I said? Que estaba jugando a varias puntas. Que iba de flor en flor. Entonces dijo que no iba a responder o contestar, contestar preguntas. There you go. That's your Double Trouble. We'll see if somebody can figure it out. Also, let me give you the Say What soundbite. Here it is for the fourth time.
I'm so mad I don't know what to do. I want to know why. I want to know why Shelby's life is over. I want to know how that baby will ever know how wonderful his mother was. Will he ever know what she went through for him? Oh, God, I want to know why. Why? Lord, I wish
Listen carefully. Can you hear that? No. Listen closer. I'm not talking about the birds chirping. I'm talking about everybody speaking English and feeling comfortable. Listen. This is what it's like at Vaughntown, a peaceful place where you can really learn English and lose your inhibitions. There's a reason it's one of our star programs. Vaughntown, lose your fear of speaking English. If you want more information about this immersive experience, go to grupovon.com or give us a call, 911-385831. Lose your fear of speaking English and express yourself with clarity at Vaughntown. More information about Vaughntown, folks, and you can get that information over at grupovon.com/cursos destacados. All right, let's take a look at what we've got over here, ladies and gentlemen. Italian sounds beautiful. Yeah, Chris, I think we'll all agree on that one. The same way Dutch, I'm not saying anything against the Dutch people, the Dutch language, but it sounds pretty hardcore. German, too. German, when you're saying I love you, it sounds like you're saying, I'm going to kill you. But Italian, French, for some reason, even you could be telling somebody, I'm going to kill you. And they'll be like, oh, sexy. Laura says, excellent job, Chris, holding the fort up until Born to Iron Man comes back. What? There's a totally native. That's right. That is a totally native. To hold up the fort. A ver, ¿cómo lo traducen? No, estar a cargo de la fuerte. Hold up the fort. Proteger. A ver si lo hold the fort or hold up the fort. Ocuparse, hacerse cargo. No, yo ya me encargaré de la fuerte. Great, Laura, great expression there. You're not just teaching us Italian, you're teaching your fellow students some beautiful language. All right, let's see. Laura says, bravo, AA. You pronounced them correctly. Oh, I did. Great. Chi va piano, va sano, e va lontano. Hey, I knew that one. You didn't have to translate it for me. Porque lo que va piano means slow. Va sano, that one was easy. E va lontano. I remember learning near and far. Lontano e vicino. Ooh, I can't see. I have to admit, in my defense, my Italian class in college was at 7 a.m. 7 de la mañana. I was like, ¿qué cosa? Baffanculo. No, I'm joking. Slow and steady wins the race. Elena says, mi nonno era anche italiano. Oh, very cool. So we've got a lot of Italian blood here. I've got to put up that Italian flag. Elena says, passione per l'Italia. Oh, yes. And the food. Oh, man. All right, let's see. Jesus says, he said he was two-faced. So he said he wasn't going faced any question. Me gusta. Te voy a hacer unos ajustes. He said he was two-faced. So two-faced, de doble cara. Now, it's another, you remind me of another word, to be a two-timer. He's a two-timer. He was two-timing her. Poniéndole los cuernos. So it's interesting that you said two-faced, and to two-time someone is, pues, estar con otros, right? So he said he was two-faced, so he said he wasn't going to face, en vez de faced, okay? Entonces sería, he wasn't going to face any questions. Good, not the one. Jesus, thank you for that one. Great effort. It's not the one we were looking for, but I love it. Let's see, Laura. Laura says he said he was two-faced, and then he said he wasn't going to face any questions. Good. Or he said he was a two-timer, No, two-timer también nos vale. Vicino, that's it. Vicino lontano. I remember we learned, because you learn opposites, right? Okay. Well, the one I have here is he said he's playing the field and that he wasn't going to field any questions. All right. So the key word here is field, campo. To play the field is, are you going to get married? Nah, I'm just playing the field. Cuando estás soltero y estás como de flor en flor. Estoy jugando el campo, piénsalo, estoy jugando por el campo, diferentes posiciones. So he said he was playing the field and that he wasn't going to field any questions. So this is a very common thing that you'll hear in you'll hear this very, very, very common thing in what is the word I'm looking for? In speeches, in conferences, if you're giving a speech or you have a summit is una cumbre. A lot of times you'll say, okay, guys, hold all your questions until the end and I'll field them then. Okay, to field them, to tackle them, to respond. All right. So there are your two expressions: to play the field, estar de flor en flor, estar jugando a dos bandas, and to field questions. And that means another way of saying to answer questions, very common when we're giving a speech and we're talking about people asking us questions. So wonderful job. Excellent effort, Jesus and Laura. All right, folks, it's time for Name That Movie. Name That Movie. That's right, amigos. You know it. It's definitely time for our movie section. We were already talking about movies a little bit. I mean, movies and music come up all throughout the show, but this is an opportunity to make sure we learn something from movies. And Chris, you caught me. Me has pillado. Chris knows why I used the word I used for the double trouble. You got me. All right, here we go, folks. Here's today's movie. Tech billionaire Miles Braun invites his friends for a getaway on his private Greek island. When someone turns up dead, Detective Benoit Blanc is put on the case. Wow, ahí está el put otra vez que vimos. So tech billionaire de la industria tecnológica, a tech billionaire, Elon Musk, for example, right? Tech billionaire, a billion es mil millones. No es un billón, a little bit different. So tech billionaire Miles Braun invites his friends for a getaway. The verb getaway is escapar. So a getaway es una escapada. On his private Greek island. Vamos a pronunciar esa palabra. No Iceland, sino island. When someone turns up dead. Cuando hallazgan, ¿no? Cuando encuentran a un muerto, ¿no? Alguien está muerto. And Detective Benoit Blanc is put on the case. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't believe how fast she got it. Give it up for Chris Valrol. The movie is called Glass Onion. Does it sound familiar? Let's see if you guys know where the word glass onion comes from. I'll give you a clue. It's a musical reference, okay? And this movie has an amazing cast. You have Daniel Craig, the one who played Bond, Edward Norton, Kate Hudson. You've got Kevin Kline. I mean, really, we're talking about some heavyweights, unos pesos pesados. Oh, and Ethan Hawke también. Ethan Halcón. Ethan Hawke. Okay, all right. Well, he's not related to Tony Hawk, porque Ethan Hawke, aunque lleva una E, se pronuncia igual que Tony Hawk. All right, well, Glass Onion is a Beatles song from the White Album. Any Beatles fans in the house? And the song is kind of like this enigmatic. Remember, during the White Album, they were in one of their druggy phases. So they were playing around with it, and, well, they decided that they would name this movie after it because it was something, a term everybody knew. But there's just one problem. The director, Ryan Johnson, he didn't want Glass Onion. No, let me turn that around. He was dead set on, que no, lo tenía clarísimo. He was dead set on Glass Onion. But the studio executives made him call it Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery. Oh, wow. Yeah. I think just Glass Onion is fine. I guess people wouldn't know what it was about. I don't know. But this movie came out in 2022. As I said, it has an all-star cast. And let's take a look at the scene I've chosen for you. Miles, the tech billionaire, says, "Let me tell you a little secret. Your worldview is going to change. Once you hear it, you can't unhear it. Is your phone turned off?" Okay, vamos por partes. Let me tell you a little secret. ¿Quieres una forma nativa de decirlo? Let me let you in. I'm going to let you in on a secret. Es una forma de decir más nativa que tell. I'm going to let you in on a secret. I'm going to tell you a secret. Your worldview, tu visión de este mundo, is going to change. Once you hear it, you can't unhear it. And this is, to unhear means no puedes ignorarlo. No puedes hacer que no lo has oído. Lo decimos en internet también. Oh my God, that was disgusting. Now I can't unsee it. No puedo hacer como si no lo he visto porque ya lo tengo grabado, right? So he goes, so once you hear it, you can't unhear it. I know you know the verb hear, but to unhear is borrarlo de tu mente, right? No es no oírlo, es ojalá no lo hubieses oído. And he says, is your phone turned off? Fijaos, la D va con el off. Turned off. Is your phone turned off? Your, no es yours, your. Is your phone turned off? Oh, I left it in my room, says the detective. And Miles says, okay, if you want to shake things up, remover la cosa un poco, start with something small. Empieza con algo pequeñito. You break a norm. Rompes a norm. A norm is a cultural, ¿cómo decís a norm? Cultural norm. Lo normal, costumbre, norma, regla, estándar, right? Comes from the word norm, normal, what society deems as normal. So you break a norm or an idea or a convention, some little business model, but you go with things that people are kind of tired of anyway. And tired ahí no es cansado, sino harto. Everybody gets excited because you're busting up something that everyone wanted broken in the first place. Todo el mundo se emociona porque estás rompiendo, to bust up, something that everybody wanted. Alguien que todo el mundo quería verlo roto ya. That's the infraction point. That's the place where you have to look within yourself, within, dentro de ti mismo. Look within yourself, ya lo hemos visto, do some soul searching, and ask, am I the kind of person who will keep going? Will you break more things? Break bigger things? Be willing to break the thing that nobody wants you to break? Because at that point, people are not going to be on your side. No van a estar de tu lado. They're going to call you crazy. They're going to say you're a bully. They're going to tell you to stop. Even your partner will say you need to stop. And partner es tu pareja o tu socio. Contexto lo dice todo. Creo que ahí puede ser cualquiera, right? Because they're talking about business, pero puede ser tu, your spouse as well. Because it turns out, resulta, nobody wants you to break the system itself. But that is what true disruption is. And that is what unites all of us. We all got to that line and crossed it. So there you go, folks. It's from Glass Onion. Let's move on to famous birthday trivia. That's right, amigos. That's right. You know it. You know it. It is time for our famous birthdays. Number one, this guy's last name is Alcon, pero con una E. I just said his name, and it's not Tony Hawk, but you've got to watch this guy like a hawk. You get it? You know the expression, to watch like a hawk? Hay que vigilarle de cerca. No le dejas fuera de tu vista. All right, and this guy was in Dead Poets Society. He was also in Training Day, Boyhood, Before Midnight, Great Expectations, Before the Devil Knows You're Dead, and so much more. Oh, and he was also in Anton Chekhov's The Seagull, La Gaviota. Hey, we looked at that one today, The Seagull. Oh, wow. We're looking at a lot of birds today. Did we mean to do that? No, I don't think so. And he was also in the movie Glass Onion, where I just mentioned his name. Number two, this guy was born in 1948. He was a founding member of the rock band The Eagles. And you know, The Eagles, take it easy, take it easy. I'm going to share that on Twitter. A lot of people could use that one. But then he also had some careers, some songs with his solo career. And one of my favorite, I remember because I love saxophones. The heat is on. The heat is on. It's on the street. Oh, the heat is on. Do, 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 do. Oh, I love that. Love that. Can we go back to the 80s, please? Please, I'm begging. All right. And last but not least, this actress is known for her work throughout the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. She is unstoppable. She's been in so many movies like Forrest Gump, Mrs. Doubtfire, Fried Green Tomatoes, Steel Magnolias, Places in the Heart, and Gidget, The Flying Nun. I mean, come on. We are talking about one of the most talented actors, because you can say actor or actress. Actor engloba todos, or actress, but I think actors, entre todos, men and women. She is tremendous. What an amazing actress she is. Let's see, we've got our movie queen. Number one, Ethan Hawke. Number two, Glenn Frey. And number three, Sally Field. I wonder if Sally Field is playing the field. Well, maybe at her age, it's never too late. But I know one thing. She is a tremendous actress. And this is her in one of the most classic movies out there. And it's also a play as well. And it's Steel Magnolias. And she says, I am so mad. Estoy tan enfadada. No es loca. You can tell from the context. I am so mad, I don't know what to do. And it's a Southern accent. I want to know why. I want to know why Shelby's life is over. I want to know how that baby will ever know how wonderful his mother was. Will he ever know what she went through for him? Lo que atravesó por él. Oh, God, I want to know why. Why? Lord, I wish I could understand. All right, so here she is, Sally Field.
I'm so mad I don't know what to do. I want to know why. I want to know why Shelby's life is over. I want to know how that baby will ever know how wonderful his mother was. Will he ever know what she went through for him? Oh, God, I want to know why. Lord, I wish I could understand.
All right, amigos, we have reached the end of today's show with No Name. Thank you so much for joining us, for playing, for laughing, for teaching me Italian. Stay tuned, because up next, you've got a master class with my great friend, Jimena Holiday, followed by my buddies Rob Grams and Andrea Vaughn in the Lunchtime Show. Tons of great programs to help you get excited about English, and they're all here on Vaughn Radio. So thank you for listening to the show with No Name, and for listening to all of us here @Vaughn Radio. Wishing you a wonderful day. Ciao for now.